Hello, crafty friends. Well, I stopped by a thrift store after I took my son to, woo, that one's glary. After I took my son to work this afternoon and I found a few things. And so I thought I would share those with you while I'm waiting for everybody to come in. Um, just some fun stuff. Hi, Tanya. I'm glad you're here. Um, First thing I'm going to show you, and this isn't all of them, but this is my favorite ones um, out of what I found, and it's like how would you say it? It's a representative sample of the best ones. But I got another bag of buttons, and at this thrift store, and I probably should put these on something I can lift up. Let's try that because some of them are really cool. You know, they make those faux leather buttons. Well, these are real leather. These buttons really were leather woven and made into buttons. Um, there's a littler one. Even have leather on the back. Well, I thought I'd show you some of the buttons that were in this batch. Some of these aren't special. They were just actually um, in with the ones I really liked, and they just got kind of stuck on here. But and some of them are just here because they're green, and I like green. So, but some of them are kind of unique. Okay, let's go ahead and put these. Oh no, that's cool. Okay. Whoa! I was looking down at my buttons and then everybody showed up. Good grief. Okay, let's take a minute and say hi. I said hi to Tanya, and she's the only one. Everybody else showed up right after that. Patricia and Janet and Erin and Mindy and Jude and Holly. I'm so glad to see all of you. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so I'm going to show you these particular buttons. See, some of them are upside down. That were in the bunch of buttons that I got. So that was a lot of fun. Hi, Julie. I'm glad you're here. Hi, Terry. So these it's like a ring, and they've woven the thread around it to make a button, and then there's some more thread. Anyway, I thought those were fun. And then there were these two little things that you can use as a clasp, so I may put those on a journal. And I found a few more I think that will go with what Tanya's doing for her project. So I culled those out while I was going through them. Thank you. I'm thinking about, and y'all tell me what you think. And look at these square buttons. And then this one has little metal ones, little metal eyelets just in the right there, just in the holes. And there's one with the flower. Woo. Anyway, they were fun. I'm thinking about putting together some junk journaling kits or supply bags or something like that. And some, with book pages and different things in them. And seeing if anybody's interested in buying little kits like that. with some wallpaper and tea, coffee or tea dyed papers and stuff like that. I know there's a lot of that out there, but if you think you might be interested, if there are people who are interested, I might put some of those together. Um, and if you are interested, if you would email me, my email address is in the description box, and let me know what kinds of things you would be interested in and what kind of price you're thinking about. And that'll help me decide. It'll help me decide what whether I want to do it or not. And that would be really helpful. I appreciate it. Thanks, Teresa. I'm sorry I'm spinning. Am I spinning for everybody? Well, green is my favorite color, but I do a lot of stuff that's not green, so don't worry about it, Teresa. I'm happy with the ones you sent me. Just 1 second and I'll do the rest of this. I want to move these buttons so I don't end up spilling them, because that kind of thing happens to me. I also got books. They had hardback books, 3 for $1 at this thrift store. And I got this Golden Sturdy book. It originally cost $3.55, it says, but Albertsons had $3.75 on it. But it's from 1963. So this book was put out the year I was born, and it's a board book, but the pages are about the thickness of cereal box. So it's not the kind of board books we're used to now. Hi, Barb. Hi, Violet. Hi, Mina. It's good to have you all here. But I've always loved this book, but I've never seen this version of it before. I like how tall it is. And I like that it's, if we decided we wanted to use it, take it apart and use the pages, there's a lot, and they're firm and sturdy. I just love that image. And that on the front is it's just yummy. Hi, Cheryl. I'm glad you're here. I missed you coming in. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm trying to see what Janet says. Oh, okay. Thank you, Janet. I thought she was talking to me, but she was helping y'all. Anyway, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this little book, but I really like it. So for 33 cents, I got that. And then I got this book, and I've got another copy of it, and I really like this book. But the other copy I have is in better shape than this one. I bought it specifically at a thrift store to, use in journals, but I haven't been willing to do it because it was so pretty. But this one's, not in as good a shape. So I might end up using it. I just like the font, the way the book's laid out. It says, nature makes the crabapple, but without man's help, she could never evolve the pippin. Nature makes the man, but unless the man takes charge of himself, he will never evolve into a master. He will remain a crabapple man. Anyway, this is somebody's notebook. Elbert Hubbard, whoever he was. I know I love the color of the pages too. And they really are that yellow. And they're definitely that old, really dry kind of paper. Almost feels like the cheap construction paper that you buy, for the kids. It's that same kind of feeling. The greatest mistake you can make in life is to be continually fearing you will make one. That's profound. And we could substitute art in there. The greatest mistake you can make in art is to be continually fearing you will make one. There's my wisdom for the day from Elbert Hubbard. And then I got I got this book, and it's a Hansel and Gretel. This one really is in bad shape. But it's hard to see, but the pages move. See, there's even the person's been torn off of this one. But I thought I could take those people out and use them in something else. And I like the size of the book, so could be altered too. Anyway, those are the 3 I got. Hi, Mina. I'm not sure if I said hi to you or not, but I'm glad you're here. Okay. Find a place to put these. I have too many books sitting around in places they don't belong. And then I found this. I love these little boxes. I have 3 of them now, little recipe boxes. And this one was $1 at the thrift store, but I usually don't pay more than like 50 cents for them. But this one actually had really good, nicely aged papers in it. So I think it was worth $1. Anyway, I was excited to get that. I keep buttons, and let me show you my other ones. I keep buttons in those. Well, here's one. Where's the other one? Here's one of the other ones. I'm sure that I moved it somewhere. And oh, okay. Okay, I actually have 4 of these, but they're really good storage. They're little metal. There's the one with buttons. There's one that has index cards in it. And then this one has buttons, and I stuck those in there. I don't know why those are in there. I'm going to put them over here with these other metal stuff. Just getting it off my desk, I guess. I had this in the house with all that stuff in it. I brought it back out to the studio, and so here's a 4th one. And none of them are the same. There's my little collection. I didn't know I was collecting them, but I guess I am. Hi, Elizabeth. It's good to see you. Barb. So anyway, let me get these off of here. But that was a fun find. And then I was looking. Is Sherry, are you here? Is Sherry Habing here yet? What I went to the thrift store looking for was a crochet embroidery hoop, because I told her I would show her a way that you can turn an embroidery loop into a loom and weave on it. And so I went looking for an embroidery hoop, because I couldn't find one around here anywhere that wasn't one Hannah's using to do embroidery with. So once you do this with them, they're just decorative. They're not, they're not embroidery hoops anymore. They're a decoration. So I've got 2 here. Anyway, I guess Sherry's not here yet, but this is what I went looking for, and I'm going to try Wednesday to do a video about how to turn one of these into something you can weave on, and how to weave on it once you get it warped. So hopefully I can do that Wednesday. But in this same bag for $2, they had all this stuff. So in this same bag was a bunch of, just little messy stuff. But there was also this. And I don't know if this was made to go on something and didn't, or if it came off of something. But it's a nice trim. It'd make a nice start for a snippet roll, wouldn't it? It'd be giant snippets, maybe pocket-sized snippets. I don't know. And then there were these that had been cut out of something. So it looks like there's 4 of those. And then here's some lace that came out of something else. But that's good to use in journals. That'd be good on a snippet roll too. Just you have to cut it to the size of your snippet or your base. And then here's this. So it's got muslin with lace on top, the crocheted kind of lace, and then it's been gathered. So I'm tempted to ungather that because it wouldn't be that hard to do. I'm tempted to ungather it and use it, like that. And then here was some I'm not sure what you call this. It's kind of it's a very rough muslin. I love this kind of fabric to do in journals. Oh, I am so sorry. Hi, Tanya. You weren't here in time to see the other buttons I got for you. So you're just going to have to wait till you get here. Because they're now in your bag. Oh, look. Here's some little pants. I didn't see that. There's some little pants. Maybe I have to make something to go. And here's a vest. Interesting. So somebody was making something, but the little pants are made. And I don't think the rest of this, well, here's something else. Maybe they're making two. Yeah, they haven't gathered up these pants, but they've got them sewn. Well, that's kind of sad. I wonder if there's something inside here that is instructions for this, whatever it is. Maybe I should pin those back together. Hi, Linda. I'm glad you're here. Okay, Tanya, I'll take pity on you. Give me a second and I'll go find them. Luckily, they hadn't dropped very far, and these may be too pink. I don't know, but I stuck them in there anyway. But these are all kind of a peachy pink in various shades. Anyway, I thought those might be useful. A mystery would kill you. Okay, well, I don't want to kill you. So, if they don't work for that, you could use them for something else. I'm going to put those back in your bag, or I will forget and lose them. Okay. I'm going to look in here and see if I can find if there's instructions for those bears. No, that's just here's oh, there's a needle that needs to be put where I put needles. These can go in junk journals. They're just grandchildren add a touch of sunshine to each new day. And that's what that looks like. But the rest of the stuff that goes with it's not in here. Here's a couple of pieces of this. Somebody started something. I don't know. Let's see what else is in here. I didn't really look through it. I just saw those hoops and that there was lace and stuff in it. Oh, that's what they're doing here, is one of these stockings. I guess I could make tags out of these, huh? Okay, we'll save those for tags. And then there's a piece of felt. Not very good felt, but and then some embroidery floss. So that stuff was just bonus materials, I guess. I'll save those. I might use them. Oh, that one too. I'll put them in my, what do you call that? Oh, I can't even think. My junk mail box. So there are no instructions on making whatever these were, but it looks like the bear. Yeah, I think it's the bear. There's instruction. These instructions go with this, and that's what one of those pieces that they had started on was. Yeah. Stick these back in here for now. Anyway, this stuff, it's kind of a weird combination of stuff in this bag, but I got some embroidery hoops, which was what I needed. So a whatnot box. I'm not sure what you mean, Mina. Did I miss it, or are you talking to somebody else? Anyway, when Sherry comes in, y'all remind me to talk to her about the embroidery hoops. Okay. Oh, I was also I'm gonna do a video after I do the embroidery hoop weaving video on how to make a loom out of a picture frame. Oh, okay. Thank you, Tanya. Hi, Janice. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, I mean, a box to put miscellaneous stuff in. Yeah. This is a frame. Cost $3 at some time. I don't know what I paid for it. That may have been what I paid for it at the thrift store. I'm not sure. But I thought it would be fun to do a weaving on it that would just stay and let it just be art. So thank you, Janet. So I'll do that. And you need, some frames work better than others, but a solid wood frame is going to work the best. There are a lot of frames you can't use to do this, but it doesn't have to be something cute and decorative like this. A regular frame will work. But I just really thought it would be fun to do it on this. So there's 2 projects coming up. It is unique, isn't it? Okay. And now I've got some things I want to put in my everything book real quick. This is the invitation to my brother-in-law's promotion. He just became a colonel in the Army, and I'm very proud of him. And I want to put that in here somewhere because it happened right now. It's hard to know where's a good place to put it. Maybe I'll put that above this. And we can let this be our celebration. We're celebrating for him. You need to weave again, Jean Peter. I tell you, I gave up weaving for a long time because of my back. And just when I decided I was going to be able to do it again, then my shoulder went nuts on me. And so I still have not been able to weave except on that little bitty loom that I found at Tuesday morning. And that was one of the reasons I bought it, because I thought, oh, I can weave on this. I can't weave on my floor loom right now, and I can't weave on my rigid heddle loom right now because both of them are, it takes a lot of this kind of movement, and I can't do that yet. So anyway, that's I'm going to start with this because I got this. I've already shown this in a video, but I want to use some of it in my book. I want to do a page in here with it. So, hi, Joyce. I'm trying to decide what would be a pretty page to do this on. I need something that's, you know, kind of here. We'll put it here. That's kind of boring. It's a background you don't mind completely covering up. I have never done any loom beading on a. I've never done any work on a beading loom, so I'm not going to be a very good person to help you with that. But it would be fun. I had one at one time that I got at a thrift store, and then that's the one I was looking for right there. I'm going to start by just gluing this down right on here onto the page, and then we're going to move some of these pretty images we're going to put on here too, because I want to showcase those images. These are some wonderful dictionary pages that Arlene sent me. I love dictionary pages, and the old ones are the best because they feel so good. I think I'm just going to glue that down right there, actually. I think I am. Hi, Mary. Hi, Lori. I've missed people coming in. I'm sorry. I hope I haven't missed anybody else. I'm determined not to take as long to get to the Lapbook tonight as I did last week. that turned out to take way too long. The things I did were important, but I didn't really intend to take that long getting to it. How many looms do I have? I have a 18-inch wide rigid heddle loom, and I have a 26-inch wide floor loom, 4-shaft floor loom. And then I have that little loom that I just showed y'all, and I have a couple of pin looms, and I have a what do you call it, where you make straps, and I can't think of the word. But it makes narrow little bands. I haven't used that one, but I have it. I got it because someone was willing to give it to us, and Hannah thought she really wanted to work on one of those. But then we have an inkle, yes, inkle, an inkle loom. And then Hannah has a 24-inch wide, well, maybe it's 22 or 24-inch wide loom that somebody made. And whoever made it, I think they kind of were double dipping, because it's a counter march and a counterbalance loom both. it was very hard to figure out how to use, but she has woven on it, and she's wanting to rewarp it and weave on it some again. But I told her she needs to wait till she gets her schoolwork done and gets graduated. In May, we'll rewarp her loom. She has too many things that she's doing right now to add that in. Especially since she got that spinning wheel going. We found this old spinning wheel at the thrift store for $15. It didn't have a footman rod, and it didn't have the pedal, and it didn't have a band. But Hannah made all those things, and she managed to get it going and teach herself how to spin on it. And it works complete. It's a double drive and very fast little spinning wheel. And she managed to get it fixed, and she can spin beautifully on it now. So that's another thing that she's enjoying doing. Yeah. Well, I'm sure your wheel is does a lot more. Hers it's very small, but it's very fast. I was surprised how fast it is, considering that the main wheel is only about 12 inches. Anyway, with everything that she bought to fix that spinning wheel, she got a spinning wheel for $40. It only has one bobbin, but one bobbin's all you have to have. If you have one bobbin, you can spin. So, and the one I have, I ordered off of eBay from the Netherlands, and I paid $200 for it. It was one that was made by Prison House or something like that back in the 70s, and you can't even find them anymore. But mine cost me $75 to ship, but that $275 was the cheapest thing I could find that was a wooden wheel. That's pretty. So, okay. I need to ink this first. That's what I was thinking about, in the middle of all my talking. I'm going to ink it, and then I'm going to add some pictures off of some of these other pages. And then I'm going to save the rest of the stuff to use when we do our crunchy book. I'm going to need book pages, so it'll get used in that journal as well. Okay. Thank you, Cheryl. Too many fun things other than schoolwork. That's right. Of course, her what she wants to do. Let me find my tear ruler. What she really wants to do is to be an author. So, she is definitely very much a creative person. But when it comes to writing and books and reading books, she's very analytical about that. And so she's, I think I've talked her into one of these days doing her own YouTube channel with talking about books. And she's maybe doing some art while she's talking about books. So I think that will be fun. I'll ask her, Cheryl. She might be willing to do that. She's becoming a little bit less shy of y'all as a group and more willing to share with you. She's not really excited about sharing, with the public as a whole yet, but y'all, she's beginning to feel like y'all kind of belong to her too. So I'll ask her. I will ask her. I bet she'll be willing to do that, because she doesn't have to talk. She can just spin. Let's see. Oh, I want this guy too. Charlie Chaplin. We're going to put him on there. I don't know why, But I just like it, that picture. Okay. Save that. And now I want to ink up these little bits, and we're going to put them on here. Actually, let's see if we can go kind of around these. So they'll fit in with the pictures that we're adding in. I can just say, here is Hannah spinning. Yeah. She did a drawing today. I asked her if she could get it inked up so y'all could see it tonight, because it's a really good drawing. But she said she didn't know if she would have time to get that done or not. And so I forgot to ask her about it before I started. Maybe she'll think about it and bring it out here. Sometimes she remembers that I've asked her to bring stuff out. So I remember when I was pretty young, my brother was like 4, 5, 6. He was 6 when my grandfather passed away. So it had to have been, in the years just before that my grandfather would take my brother, and they would go out on the side of the highways and look for beer cans to sell for the aluminum. And my brother always thought that was so cool. He got a few pennies out of it, so he got to make a little money. I love that picture right there. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a chignon. I don't know if you say the G or not. Chignon. Anyway, it's a beautiful hairstyle. I bet Hannah could do that. She's got enough hair. I'm going to put it right up here so it has kind of pride of place. And then I'm going to put Charlie down here, and I'll put the other things kind of around them. I never did any of those kinds of things, but my mom had at least one garage sale every year. So I would sell some stuff in the garage sale. And I made money mostly babysitting. I was babysitting. I can't believe, the more you think about it, the more you're shocked. At least I am, now that I have kids, that I was babysitting, people's kids all hours of the night when I was 11, 12 years old. Oops, that's not very straight, is it? I'm going to put this up here and kind of make a cluster of these. Otherwise, it would be too, organized, which is what I tend to want to do. So, hi, Bootsy. It's good to see you. Okay. I love this. I love this, Arlene. Love it, love it. It just makes me happy to touch it. Oh, there's some paper that didn't get glued. So see, it's a good thing to pet your page. Then you can figure out what you need to reglue. Yeah, that'll be our good excuse for why we pet our pages. Okay. All right. Okay, I got to see what Julie's doing that Mina's going to add alcohol to. So y'all just have to be patient a minute. Let me go back and look. I have a spritz bottle with distilled water and a few drops of distress ink in it that now has floaters in it. I thought distilled water wouldn't do that. Ah. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't ever tried to do that. Okay, that makes me happy. Let's save these rest of these pages for another project. And now I want to pull a few things out of here, and it's going to be kind of hard for me to choose. I have let's just go ahead and go right back here. Maybe if we get something on this side, it won't continue to bow like that. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. I was gonna see if I could figure out how to test my stream strength, but I don't. I only know one place to test my upload speeds, and my upload speeds have been extraordinarily good lately. So I don't know if it's that or not. Is everybody having trouble? Holly's fine. Okay. I'm glad your knee's doing good, Roy. It takes a while to get completely over it, but yeah. But it's well worth it once you do. Okay. Let's see. I want to add some of this. I loved fell in love with this when I first saw it. It's marked out. Done, done, done. Whoever this is, he bought one hoe for 30 cents. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to glue this down on this page because I like it. I'm going to take it all right down here to the bottom. We're just going to kind of make a background with some of these things. I'm going to do a very good job getting glue on this. I usually do better than that. Okay. And let's see, what else do we want to put in there? I'm going to stick that on here. I like that. Probably should have made a copy of these things before I go and stick them in here, but I don't know where they are. I can come look at them right here. Sorry, I'm getting out of. Okay, let's see what else is in here. Oh, I think Yahtzee. I love Yahtzee. That was a game I played a lot when I was younger. Haven't played it much lately. But I like it. Sunday coming, our church is having a benefit for the local food bank. I'm going to try to sing Dolly Parton's Coat of Many Colors. Last minute, I decided to make a crazy patch vest. Oh, cool, Bootsy! You have to show us. We need a video. We need a video. Linda liked Yahtzee too. How about the rest of you? Any of the rest of you Yahtzee fans? I like dice games. Oh, there you go. Heat and Bond. Okay, I really like this. That is really not wanting to glue down there. Okay. Now I need a focal point. Let's see what we got that's a focal point. I don't know if I'm willing to give up hoarding those photos yet. Maybe we could take one of these and kind of fussy cut it and put it on there. Or we could put the caverns on there as our focal point. Okay. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use the caverns because they really are a focal point. Thanks again, Emily. I love this book. Okay, let's ink it up first. Sorry, still got too much stuff. Ink the page too. Okay. These are Wyandotte Caves in Indiana. Wyandotte, I don't know how you say that. It looks like Wyandotte, but I don't know. Okay, and I'm going to write right up here her name, Emily Plowfield. Ephemera's Treasures is her YouTube name, and today is 3/2/2020. All right. I like that. Oh, good night, Cheryl. I hope you get to feeling better. And I got a couple of more Happy Mail things. This one came from Amazon, and it did tell me I could send a thank you note to the person who sent it, and I did. But nothing else on here gives me a name. So I'm assuming this person wanted to remain anonymous. So I'm going to let her. And since I know two people with her name, she really is kind of anonymous, because I could be a 50-50 chance I'm wrong if I tried to choose. So, but I want to show y'all what this is. 12 Garden Fairies bookmarks. Obviously, it's someone who knows I'm doing a Garden Fairies book. So these are some bookmarks. I think they would make great tuck spots too in a journal. And then I've been waiting to get into these, because I went ahead and opened this up and looked through it, because we buy stuff, in my family from Amazon a lot. So it never occurred to me it was from somebody else and not us. Oh, there's two packages. Butterfly Fairy and Pastoral Elves. How cool is that? Trying to see what brand they are. I don't know. Those are gorgeous. Okay, we're going to have to open them up and look a little closer here. There's lots of extra goodies besides just the fairies. I'm definitely going to make a page. I'm definitely going to make a page with some of these. I may save the fairies for my fairy book and do the elves in this book. Those are gorgeous, gorgeous stickers. I love that clear but matte finish on them. Okay, let's find this one. I know, Mindy, it's very nice, isn't it? They're stickers, Julie. I like that one. That's the one. I like them all, but that's the one I'm going to use in here. Those are so pretty. So, so pretty. Yeah, they're kind of like vellum stickers. Except they feel more like washi tape than vellum. But they're translucent like that. Okay, I need a page where these are not going to be overrun by other stuff. Do we have something that's pretty empty? I could put them on the page with this, but let's see what else we can do where they've got their own. I may just have to add something in so that there's, or I might could put them in several places. I don't know. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some coffee dyed paper down, and then I'm going to put these on top of that. Hi, Carlana. It's good to see you. I love them too. I love them. I'm looking for some coffee dyed paper that's not gonna take away from the stickers. Woo, woo, woo. Don't, don't. Okay. I'm thinking it might be fun to make this smaller and have it like framed by the actual page. I kind of like that look. A new discovery for me. And your buffering stop. We want your buffering to stop. We sure do. I'm so sorry. Okay. Let's go ahead and take off a little bit here. I could be using my tear ruler. I don't know why I'm not, but since this is working, I'm not gonna, I'm just gonna do it. So they'll all be torn the same way. I can save that for some words somewhere. Okay. Let's ink it up. Thank you, Holly. Oh, I'm glad your buffering stopped, Janet. I'm so glad. It's so difficult to watch when I admire all of us who stick through it. We try so hard to go ahead and watch, but it is frustrating when it's doing that. Mary was struggling this weekend both times, and I was struggling with her. Okay, I like that. And I'm going to leave the rest of the page uninked. Can you believe that? This has a watermark on it, and you can see it. I'm like, well, Okay, Holly said she went out and came back in, and it's fine. So, good. Okay, this is semi-centered. Okay, yeah, to the stickers now. I can. Oh. We have to start with her. Yes, I'm using my finger tool. That's right, Suzanne. Yes, Pam uses her finger tool a lot. She is so much fun. If y'all have not watched her, you need to. This is not wanting to come off. There we go. It just takes a bit to get it actually started. The stuff that we're doing today on our Lapbook is inspired by her. Yeah, I know. Well, I inked some, Tanya. I inked some, but anyway, I put the playlist for her using up old book pages videos. She has a whole playlist, like 64, 65 different things. And y'all, that is where I got the ideas for the pockets I'm going to show you tonight. We're not going to use them all, but I'm going to show you several that I think are cool, and some of them are really easy. One of them is a much easier way to a much easier way to make a woven look pocket. It doesn't look the same as the one that I do, but it's way easier to do. So I thought y'all might enjoy seeing that. Oh, they put. Hi, Barbara. I'm glad you're here. I'm finishing my mystery gift from an anonymous donor, putting it in my book, and then and the other stuff that came with it that I'm not putting in my book, I'm going to use for my fairy journal. I love those stickers. Aren't those beautiful? They look much more vibrant once you get them down on this. Let's put some of these. Some of the leaves floating down around her. Is it going to be a doozy one? Oh, we're all waiting, Suze. What's your question? We're all holding our breath, hoping that it's something Tanya can answer in public. Okay. I think I like, well, let's go ahead and put, I'm going to go ahead and put this one. We're going to make this like a windowsill down here, with, and it's even going to have a present on it. We might as well just put them all on, this whole page on here, because there's not very much left, so. I think this is the last one. These are great stickers, though. Great stickers. Okay. I'm going to put those things up with my fairy journal stuff. Okay. Yeah, they are kind of weird, but I like them too. I really do. She's smelling the leaves like they were flowers. I do that in the fall. I love the way they smell in the fall. Perfect page for me. Okay. Alrighty, there we go. Now I got one more from Lisa Safried, and this just came today. Those others have been kind of hanging out waiting for me to get busy with them. We're going to look at this real quick, and it's already 8 o'clock. Good grief. Good grief. Oh, okay. This is not going to go in here. This is really cool. This is a journal that her name is Handmade with Lisa. I think that's the name. Let me. Surely she wrote something somewhere. Handmade by Lisa. Oh goodness. I didn't realize that was her last name, and so I don't have. This is just some extra goodies that she sent with it. But she was doing a she was selling some journals and giving it and doing a giveaway after she sold them all. Isn't that pretty? And when she gave away her giveaway journal, some nice person named Renee asked her if she bought another one, would she give it away too? And so she did, and she gave it to me. Handmade from Lisa. Thank you, Lisa, for putting this in here. And she has an Etsy shop, Handmade from Lisa Etsy shop, and that's also her YouTube name, Handmade from Lisa. She does wonderful videos. If you haven't subscribed from her to her, you need to. And this may be my next everything journal. When I fill this one up, this may be the one I do next. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that with it or do something more personal with it. But my everything book gets kind of personal. I love it. It's a beautiful little journal. I have to show you again the picture on the front. That's a real photograph that she sewed onto the denim and then glued it onto the. Isn't that gorgeous? It's gorgeous, gorgeous. And these goodies are to use in here too. So, all right. Yay. Okay, now we're ready to start on our Lapbook. And the first thing I want to do is show you some examples. And I told you that Pam at the Paper Outpost is where I got the ideas for these pockets. So I'm going to start with the ones that we're not going to use tonight, but I wanted to show you. This one is like a real quick, easy to make, what do they call it? Coin envelope. And you can ink it and you can decorate it and all that. I just made one real quick. But she's got a video on how to make these. And then here's this one that was similar to my woven pocket, but much easier. And I did some playing around with it. This is what hers look like. They're very centered and nice. And you've got a place to tuck something here and here and here and back here. So it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 places to tuck things. But I got to thinking it would be fun if you wanted to put one, let's just say this is your journal. If you wanted to tuck one in here where things would come, where it looked like it was in the corner. Does that make sense? It's not even because it's in the corner. And then you could do the same thing, and all you do to make them look more cornery instead of in the center is maneuvering them around. But I'm just going to get a book page and show you how to make them because it's so easy. Let's just do it real quick. This one I am going to show you because I was just so impressed with it. Okay, book page, book page. Okay, we're going to use this book page, and all you do is you take it and you make sure you've got this much, the same amount hanging over here that you have there, and you just fold it like that. And this wasn't a very good page to use because it's kind of tearing, but anyway, we'll still see what it is. Sorry, Tanya. You said you had a project, so I want to help. Okay, you can do it like this, or you can turn it over and do it, well, looks like the way I folded this one, this is the way it's going to be. Okay, so you just tuck that inside here, and then you can decide, do I want it in the middle? Do I want it way over on the side? Whatever you want to do. And you can tuck it in, you know, make it skinny, or you can tuck it in less and make it wider. We're going to go about like this. And then you just do that, and uh-oh, left my pen out too long. That's all it takes. And then you've got a pocket. With 4 tuck spots. Very cool, huh? I'm glad you love the help, Tanya. Okay. Anyway, there's that pocket, and there's this pocket. We're not putting these in the Lapbook, or at least I'm not. You might want to, but I'm not putting them in my Lapbook, but I thought they were great, and I wanted to show them to you. And then she did, this is, and I was wrong. She doesn't call them cascading pockets. She calls them toppling pockets. And I had a hard time finding them, the video, because I was looking for cascading pockets. But I know, Barbara, it's so easy. Isn't that great? This is, I added this at the bottom. Hers didn't have this pocket, but it had 6 pockets, and I've put little tags in each one so you can see. I like this on the bottom. I think it just makes it, I don't know, it completes the picture for me. But it doesn't have to have this on the bottom. Hers didn't, and it looked really cute. I just liked it on this size page. I'm not even sure what size this is. This is 9.5 by a little over 6. So this is almost the size of my page. So this would work well for me. And what size you make your pockets depends on the size of your page. The other one she did, and this is a little different from the one she did too. She only had 4, I think. She had 1 up here and 2 kind of staggered in the middle, and then 1 down further. But I kind of like the 3 and 2. And obviously these tags are too big to put in these pockets up here. Well, that one would probably be okay, but this one's way too tall. But I just wanted you to see. I really like that. So I think that is really cool. Um, so while neither one of these are exactly what she did, they're my take on what she did. But after I did these and I looked at them, I thought how fun it would be to have these straight ones over here and then have a couple tilted right in between them instead of straight. Have those two tilted. And that's how I'm going to do mine in my book. I'm going to have 3 straight ones and 2 tilted ones. And you can do any combination of whatever you want. But I think this is, but wait, there's more. That's right, Violet. More choices. 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 So this is what we're going to do on one page. And then we're going to do the file folder folio after that. I'm going to do this first because it's quick and easy. And this is something you can use in any journal anytime. And probably we'll use it more often. So, so I'm going to do that one first. And I love that paper that I used. So these are probably going to get stuck into a journal at some point because I just think they're so pretty. Hi, Christine. I'm glad you're here. Okay. So here's my book. And right here is where I'm going to put my cascading pockets. And over here is where I'm going to put the file folder that we're going to do in a minute. So I want some pretty floral pieces of paper that's a sturdy enough paper I can make it into pockets. And I want it to have images that will look good, you know, about this big. So that's going to be our criteria, and it may or may not be easy to find. I've got this Edith Holden book, and it has some things like this that are they're about the right size to make a couple of pockets. And I could still use this much on something else. That's one of the lovely things about this Edith Holden books. Everything about it is just beautiful. And so even just, you know, even if that's all you have, you want to save it because it's beautiful. So I'm not sure that's what I'm going to use, but that would work just fine for the 2 that are tilted, because they're going to be longer and skinnier than the ones that are straight. Oops, I'm trying to see. That would work well on one of the straight ones. I could actually use these 3 and those 2, and that could be my pockets right there. But these pages are already like this, and so I'm saving those to go in journals. And for what I'm doing now, I want the pages that are individual, that are the ones that are glued in and you have to take them out. That way they can't come out whole like this. So these I'm going to put these aside to use in a journal, and we're going to find some that that are glued down. Okay, let's just move on back here somewhere. Okay, I think this is glued in, but it's not. Okay, let's start with this one. My X-Acto knife is not where it's supposed to be. It's not where it's supposed to be. Look over here at the stuff I set out for tonight in case it's over here. No, it's not. Here it is. It was in the basket of stuff I took in to work on This one is The Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. It's the only one of hers that I have. I would love to have some more of them, but this one I got on an amazing deal, and so I could afford it. They go for higher money than I'm willing to spend on something I'm gonna tear up most of the time. But I got this one at a cheaper price, so I was willing to buy it. Okay. Okay, so see here I've got four pages that are glued in, and so I can't I have to take those out individually. They won't come out together, and so those are the ones I'm using for stuff like this. I'm just going to go ahead and take them out, so I'll have some out when I want them. Come on. Maybe I should do it one at a time, Lisa. Don't be impatient. Okay. So here, oh, goodness, I like that. That's just words. That's just words. I can use those for something else. I'm wanting pictures right now. Well, see, and those don't even turn out to be the kind of thing I want. So that was a wasted effort there. Let's go back here. March. Let's look at March and see what we can find in March. April. I'm sorry, y'all. I should have done book surgery before we got here, but I spent the time that that I could have done that today watching Kara Hart's live stream of the amazing donation that Mona sent her. And I don't know if she goes by Mona or if that's just what Kara calls her, but that was an amazing donation. It was fun to watch. Oh, isn't that pretty? Okay. I don't think I want a shrew. Okay, I'm going to use this one for sure. I don't know how many of these we're going to have to take out before we find enough pictures that I like that are. Okay, not that one because it is. Okay, yes, this one. All right. This is it. This is going to be it, y'all. This is going to be it. I may use some of these other pages that we took out, but haven't used yet on my folio, so file folders. So you can use scrapbook paper. You can use anything. This is just what I'm wanting to use. Okay. See, here's another one that's glued down. I could have used it. But this is the one I'm wanting right here. Okay. I'm going to put these aside for a moment and come up with my 5. Since I'm doing 5 because of the way I'm doing it, adapting those 2, I just need 5 pockets. And let me measure the size of those because I like the size of those. Okay. Okay, this is 3 3/4 by just less than 2 1/2. 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. Okay, so we need 3 of those. And let me get out my sorry, I only have limited space. Get out my paper cutter. Uh-oh. I hope not, because it's down behind something. Hi, Therese. It's good to see you. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is just trim off this extra stuff here that will just be kind of in the way. Sorry, it's like spring here today. 70 degrees, and all the weeds are out, and it's making me cough. Okay, let's see what is 3. Let's find that again. What did I say it was? 3 3/4. Yes. Okay. So that's about 3 3/4 right there. I'm just going to do it. Just going to do it. And I'm gonna cut off this extra up here. I'll use it somewhere else. It's got a number on it. That's cool. So I'll use it for something. Okay. And a little bit more than 2 1/4. Yeah. Okay. A little bit more than 2 1/4. Okay, so there's one. And I'm going to trim that. One other thing that she did that I'm not going to do is she cut the little holes with your hole punch. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to cut into my flowers any more than I have to. We do want to make these the same, so I'm just going to use this as my measurement. Okay, so there's 2. Those both look pretty. That looks good. Let's see. Let's cut these into tall ones for a minute and see what size are those. I made them all the same, so No, maybe not that one. See, I don't know how long I made them. Okay. Yeah, that's going to have to be trimmed a little bit. Taking off all the pretty edge that I really like, which means I'll have to ink it, of course. Okay. Okay. So we have two straight ones and one toppling one so far. Let's see how. Okay, so we have two that are straight and two that are toppling. We need one more straight one. And I think I'm going to take it right here. And uh-oh, did not mean to do that. Okay. So I think our layout's going to look something like that. Put the lid on this so I don't kill myself. And yes, I'm going to ink them. Hi, Arlene. I have to show you what I did with your lovely Happy Mail. I made a page. I love it, love it. If I can find it. Well, there it is. Hi, Debbie. It's good to see you. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the faux stitching because I think that'll give it kind of a fabric-y look. And I think that'll be fun. I'm trying to see what. Not near me. What's not near you, Violet? See, I get. And the chat's passed up whatever it is that Tanya said that's not near you. Oh, popcorn hands. Oh, wow. I'm glad you liked it, Arlene. Made me very happy. Tornado threats. Oh, goodness. Well, y'all stay safe. I heard something. My husband was listening to the weather before I came out here, but he didn't say anything to me, so I figure it's not bad here. Whatever it is, he wasn't expecting it to impact me because he didn't say anything to me. One thing about these tall, skinny ones is you have to have really small ephemera, like some tickets or something, to go in that. These are a much more practical size, but these are fun, so that's why we're going to do them both. Okay, now I need, I don't think this is black. Let me see. Yeah, it is. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and put stitching around them. So one bad thing about being on a live stream, when you do something like this, if you were doing a video, you could pause the video and finish it, and people don't have to watch you stitch on 5 pockets. But y'all are going to have to just watch. Or you could go take a break. This might be a good time to go get your popcorn. Oh, Teresa, stay safe. Whatever you do, if we don't see you, we'll know you've headed for safety. One down, 4 to go. Aren't you glad I didn't decide to do 7 pockets or something like that? Smith, I need to write that down because I'm not going to remember it. So Winnie the Pooh Smith is gone. Okay. I'm going to leave it there in case you decide you go back to that, but okay, it went away. No, there it is. Mrs. Left 25. Thank you for alerting me to that because I have to have those written down. I'll get better and I'll eventually learn everybody, but I can only keep so many in my head right now. So I know before I started making videos, my YouTube name was Lisa Conway. And when I started making videos, I wanted a channel name that kind of told what it was about somewhat. And I knew that whatever I chose, that was going to be what I went by. And so I changed my name, and everybody's like, which Lisa are you? And then several people called me when they were talking about my channel at the very beginning. They called me Lisa My Electric Life. What did we do with the first folder we made? All right, let me show you. It's right here. And this one is a folio kind of thing with pockets in it. What we're going to make tonight is more like a folder you just store stuff in. Does that make sense? Is that the one you were talking about, Terry? They have different purposes. They're both made with file folders, but they have different purposes. Well, this is kind of slick little ribbon. Probably wasn't the best choice, but it's in here now. Okay. When I told my husband that, he just died laughing. He said, Lisa, your life is anything but electric. I was like, yeah. Eclectic, yes. Electric, no. And I'm fine with that, by the way. Oh, you never glued it in. Okay. Well, I glued mine in. If I hadn't, I probably wouldn't even know where it is. So I hope you're better off than me. My faux stitching is just as irregular as my regular stitching. I mean, the stitches, when I sew on a sewing machine are even, um, but they're not. But they go like this sometimes. So hubby did not win points for that one. No, he's just honest. He's just an honest soul. And of course, he has to tease me. But I didn't even tell him about that until it was like just a few days ago, actually. He didn't even know that I was Lisa My Electric Life um, until a few days ago. And I definitely haven't been very electric lately with my shoulder out of whack. I've been I spent a little bit of time. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I spent a little bit of time feeling like I was Lisa My Pathetic Life. Isn't that terrible? I've got so many blessings, and even the pain and trouble I was having is nothing compared to a lot of other people. But I was still feeling pathetic. But the Lord pulled me out of that, and all of you helped because you were there for me even while I was being pathetic and whiny. And I appreciate it very much. Oh no, Arlene, I'm so sorry. That is hard. After the fact, cutting is not near as easy as before the fact. I bet you'll figure it out, though. I bet you will. Almost there, y'all. Almost there. Y'all hear those sirens? Lord, protect whoever needs that fire truck or ambulance or whatever that is. Okay. Now, putting these in is pretty easy and straightforward. We're going to put them like this. I think I'm going to maybe leave a little bit. I think I'm even going to go over the fabric a little bit here, just because I think that looks cool. And then we're going to tuck right in here. We're going to tuck one like this and one like this. Get that out of the way. I think I like that. So you got to put them down in the right order. I think obviously these two need to go first. And I may have to re-audition them to make sure that I'm got them in the right place. Okay. Now let's put these back and see what I think. Yep. Okay. I'm going to put this one just overlapping that one a little bit. Well, we sure do, Holly. I do anyway. Goof up way more often than I want to. Okay. Okay, I think I like that. You know what I used to tell my kids, Melissa, when they would say they were bored? Of course, they didn't say it very often. I think maybe twice, maybe once, because it cured them very quickly. I said, if you can't find something to do, I can find you something to do. And the very first time I said that, my son said, "What?" And I said, "Clean the baseboards." And he said, "Okay." And he went happily along cleaning baseboards. Of course, he was like 6 at the time. But being bored's not allowed in our house. I don't. I guess I have been bored a few times when I had to sit in the doctor's office for a long time and I didn't think to bring a book. But other than that, I don't think I've ever been bored if I've been at home for sure. I love it. I think it's so pretty. And that was fast and easy way to make some pretty pockets. Okay. Now over here is where we're going to build the file folder. That's right. Outstanding opportunities presenting suddenly. I like her positive outlook. Okay. Oh. See how many things I can drop tonight. Okay, this is what it's going to look like. It's going to have a little bit of a gusset. And then this is going to be the bottom. And then it's going to fold over right here. And I'm going to put Velcro to shut it. You could shut it with a ribbon. You could shut it with a... Did y'all see Bohemian Crafting? How she made those little things out of the Coke tabs? Did y'all see that? That would work great here. I don't have any Coke tabs. Let me see what I've got, though. I might have some kind of tab. No, mine are all too big. She had the little ones. But if y'all haven't seen that one, you need to go watch it. Yeah, pop tab things. I don't have any of this ones small enough to do it. She was using the ones like off of a Coke can. I just have the bigger ones. Or veggie can, yeah. But I don't get canned vegetables either. Once in a while I get a can of cream of mushroom soup and I can get one off of there. But I guess I'll have to do that. Anyway, I'm going to use Velcro because that's what I have. And I'm going to use this green one because I think it goes good with what's here. And okay, Mary, good night. Blessings, sleep well. Now, you don't have to have a really big one like this, but I want my folder to be pretty big. I want it as big as I can get it. And so I'm going to do this to make it easier. Oh, well, you need to watch Bohemian Crafting and the Paper Outpost and Handmade by Lisa. Those are the 3 people I'm shouting out tonight. Oh, you need to watch them all. The Paper Outpost, I put a link in my description box. I didn't realize that was Handmade by Lisa when I got it, or I would have put hers in there. But anyway, Bohemian Crafting is such a sweet lady, and she giggled through her whole thing. She reminds me a little bit of Lizzie Brewer. Okay, so see, mine needs to be this big. Now, a smaller one would only be, let me get a smaller one so you can see the difference. Yes, she is. Okay. Here's the difference in the, it's about 3 inches difference. And so if you make yours smaller, see, mine is going to be, well, this is 9 3/4 by 6 1/2. And I'm not sure I want it 9 3/4. I may want it 9 1/2. Well, I said that fits though. Okay. So, let me check it again, make sure I'm not seeing things. It's not quite 9 3/4, but almost. It's more than 9 1/2 though. And you can make one just like this out of this. You just probably need to make it a little bit smaller to do it the way I'm doing it. So I like working with the bigger one because I have extra and I don't have to worry about it. I know I have extra. So we want this, and this is not quite 6 1/2. And we're going to put a little bit of a kind of spine on this. I guess you would call it a spine. Because when you put stuff in here, you still want it to be able to, to cover that without getting bent funny. So we just go ahead and build it in. We don't have to worry about it. But this file folder didn't have the tab at the top. So it's this size. One reason I chose this file folder is because this is in the middle, and I can have it in the middle of my book, and I can put my Velcro thing right there. So I want to be in the middle. Okay. So I'm going to do it with this one, but you can do the same thing with this. You just don't have as much room on each side if you're making it as big as mine is. And you need more space than that to build your gusset. But if this is all you have and you want it this big, you can get another file folder and cut a piece and fold it and add it in. You don't have to build it from the side like I'm doing it. So you can still make it big with this size file folder, but you'll need 2. Okay. I want 1.5 inches on each side over the, okay, let's just mark it here. Let's mark the center. Okay. I'm going to do this and hope I've got it going down straight for my center. We'll see if that's really center or not. 5 1/4. No. All right, let's do it this way. We'll just measure it in centimeters because it's easier. Okay, 18.5 centimeters from there and 18.5 there. Okay, so that's pretty good. I think it's maybe just the slightest bit more over. Okay. Now, if I want it 9 3/4, I think I'm just going to make it 9 1/2 because that'll be easier to split in half. So 9 1/2 divided in half is 4 3/4. Okay. Now let's see if that's going to fit on here. Yeah, that'll work fine. And I am going to move this out of the way so we can actually have a place to work. And the first thing I'm going to do is measure. Okay. 1.5 inches from this, because this mark and this mark is the end of where my file folder is going to be. But I need 1.5 inches here to make my gusset. Okay. And I need 1.5 inches over here. So I'm not going to take off very much from the sides, but I am going to take off a little bit. Okay, what's going on? This worked just fine last time. Okay, we may have to draw a line and cut it with scissors, and I'm not very good at that, so we'll definitely have to draw a line. Okay, let's go up here so I can find the top. Okay. It doesn't feel very even. So let's go here and then make it there. Okay. Woo! All right, what's going on? Oh, Tanya is not a taskmaster. She's just wants you to enjoy. Okay. Just making sure I'm doing this right. You have a whipping rules and the whole 9 yards. Okay. Tanya is a meanie. I forget. I don't know, Tanya. I think you're pretty nice most of the time, but if you want to pretend, that's okay. All right. Now then we're going to, right here is where my line is. And we're going to cut right up to that line. Okay? Right here in the center and go straight up to that line. Don't go past it. Same on this side. Okay. Oh, did you bring it?
Not done.
You're not done yet. Well, that's okay.
Thought you at least want to see how the trees are coming.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to show y'all how this is coming. This is not the one I was talking about earlier, but this is one she's working on that she's going to, are you going to paint this one in watercolor? Is that right?
I don't know. It's on Bristol.
Oh, okay. So maybe not. It may just be an ink drawing. So you've got, I'm loving your forest.
It's just, I'm going to have to somehow mark the trunks to tell them apart.
Ah, so what space and what is?
Because they're turning into lines all down here. Like,
that's
it's
true.
only lines.
It is, a bunch of lines.
Then I put this funky tree on this side to kind of balance out that being the thing over there. But
yeah, I like it. I like it.
Ask about this one too.
Okay.
I don't know if it will show up.
Okay, she didn't get this one inked, but this is the one that I was.
It showed up pretty well.
Yeah, it does. It shows up real good. This is the one. And what is this from?
It's just a thing.
It's just a thing. Is it from one of your stories or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess technically.
All right. I think it's pretty. Okay. Thanks.
Also, I got math done.
Good. I'm glad.
But it was intro to trigonometry, so that's why I didn't say geometry was done.
Okay.
There's an entire field of mathematics dedicated to studying the ratios between triangle sides.
Yes.
Why?
Because they can.
Why?
Okay. Now then, we're going to leave the front one with those hanging out, okay? But on the back, we want to cut that off. And I did this last time. What is going on here with my cutter? It is really acting up. I don't know. Okay. Last time I put it in here. Oh, let's move that. That does not help. And smashed it really tight up against this and then folded that back. That's not going to work this time. I'm not sure what I did different last time, but I got it to work. Okay, we're going to have to do it the hard way. I don't like the hard way. I don't like cutting with scissors. Okay. But we're going to do it anyway. So let's see. Three and a half centimeters. So we're going to go up here and we're going to mark it up here. 1, 2, 3.5 centimeters. And on this side, hopefully it's the same. It's actually a little more. Let's check it again. Okay. I'm not sure what I did wrong. Okay, this one's about 3 3/4 centimeters, but we're just going to go ahead because, oh, we're just going to go ahead because I've measured in here the size of the book, so. Okay. Okay, sorry y'all. I had that same question, Arlene. Do you use the skins and the pit or just the skins? And I've seen people do it both ways, and I don't know which way is the best, but it seems like the skin and the pit would be a little bit, I don't know. The pit would be harder to save, I guess is what I'm thinking. I don't know if it's true, but it seems that way to me. Okay. Now we need to decide how wide we want it. We want to cut this one a little shorter than we want the real back to be. And we said 6.5. So let's go here and mark 6.5. And then 6 3/4. We're going to need both of those spots. Six and a half and 6 3/4. Okay. Now we want to fold this at 6.5. And then we're going to do it again at 6 3/4. That'll give us our 1/4 inch spine. Even though it's not a spine, I don't know what else to call it. Okay. Okay. So here's the top. Now I've got this little 1/4 inch top, and this flaps over. And so now I need to decide where I want it to come in here. And I want to leave some space so it's easy to put things in. But I don't want too much because I want as much space inside as possible. So let's just mark 1 centimeter. And let's go over here and mark 1 centimeter. And then we're going to measure from there. And it's 15.5 and 15.5. Okay, so what we want here is 15.5 centimeters. I'm going to mark that there. And mark it here. Okay. And then surely this will fit. Oh, good. It does. Surely this will fit. I think I'm going to make it a little lower because I want my pocket a little bigger than that. So I'm just adjusting based on the size I want my pocket to be. Okay. Boy, something is warped or something. I really like that too, so it's going to be frustrating to... Okay. And then we're going to go to this side, and I'm just going to put my ruler right against that edge. And I'm going to score it right there. And then I'm going to go in a little bit and score it again. And then I'm going to go in that same amount. And score it again. Okay, so we've got it where we fold it in, and then we fold it back, and then we fold it back in. And this is your fourth one. When you do a gusset individually and you take it out and then you glue it in, you need to fold 4 so that you've got an M or a W. But this is our M or W page, so we only need 3. Okay, so it'll go right like that. And I need to cut this. Because you see how it bent that? That's because it's it got in the way. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. I'm going to have to go back and read the chat after this is all over so I can figure out how to do avocado dyeing. Okay, there's that one. And then we're going to... And then we're going to move up from that one. It's kind of hard to see it. Okay. And now we're going to fold it in and out and back in. So we have that same M or W on both sides. And then this, oh, we need to cut this so we don't have to worry about bending it up like we did the last one. Okay, so see how this is cut like that? When you do the top one, you don't really want it to be wavy like that, but this one is fine for it to be that way. But up here, well, actually, you can leave it flat, I guess. I'm just gonna, I think on this one, let me see. Yeah, on this one, I rounded the corners. And because I did that, these stuck out and I had to cut them off some. And I kind of think I like that look. but I don't think it's necessary in here. I don't think it's really helpful. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to do the corners on these. Go ahead and do it now. Okay, so this is what it's going to look like. And then we're going to have a piece down here. Well, that just meets perfect. What are the odds of that? Okay. And I want to fold it in some. So I'm going to mark it about here. And we're not going to do a W or a M fold on this one. We're just going to fold. I marked it. Where is it? Oh, here we go. We're just going to fold it back once because we don't want it to accordion like the other one. We just want enough room to stick something in there. So I'm going to put this on top. And I'm going to see about what that is. It's just barely over a centimeter. Okay. And so we're going to score that. And we're going to score this one. Okay. And we're going to fold those back. Could not do that again if you tried. Couldn't do what again? Oh, make that come out perfect. Yeah, no, I couldn't. No, I definitely couldn't. That's really kind of, it's impressive actually. Okay, I'm going to ink all of this now. So you're going to have to sit and watch me ink for a while, but I want it inked. So we're going to do it, and then we're going to glue it. Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, let's shut that while I'm inking because it might be a little bit. And one reason I'm inking it now is because it's easier to do before you put it together, but also because when I put my decorations on it, I want a little bit of space so the green can show. I haven't decided yet if I'm going to decorate the inside of the file folder and the inside of this, or if I'm just going to decorate the outside. What do y'all think? Give me your opinion. While I'm inking, you might as well help me out here. Decorate the inside. Okay. Whoops. Okay. We might as well go ahead and decorate it before we glue it together too, just to be safe. Because it will be easier, and I've done it the hard way before, so. But this is what it's going to look like. So we need to find papers to go here and here and here and here, and at least that far in here. Right? Okay. So let's, and I'm going to tear these with my tear ruler because I like that look. With this all straight, I like the look of the torn edges. Wow, my paper's coming out. Becoming an issue. Okay, there we go. Maybe that's better. All right, now I've got to decide on papers. This is one where I didn't decide on papers in advance. Let's see how big these papers are, because that'll make a difference. See, that'll actually, that would work if there was room to tear, but there's not. So I think these papers are not quite big enough. Which means that leaves these papers. Let me get this out of the way. Get those bits. I don't need an extra bone folder. Don't need these yet. What I need is space. What I need is space. Okay. Oh, sure. I bought these when I was working at the school that Hannah was taking a couple of classes in last year. And they're Fiskars. Easy action. That's what it says. The easy action nonstick. Because I had to do a lot of fussy cutting. And scissors, because I'm left-handed, scissors don't, they rub me right here if I'm doing a lot of fussy cutting of cardstock. And I was doing a lot of fussy cutting of cardstock. So I bought these in the fabric department, I'm pretty sure. But I use them for paper. So that's what they look like. And they lock shut, which is cool. but they have a spring action, so you don't have to shove them back open with your thumb. So I really like them. I don't use them all that much now, but I do like them. They are interesting. And they were useful for when I needed them. They did work well. Okay. I think we want some things kind of like this that are, you know, big, not something like this, because I would hate to take just part of that image. I don't mind taking part of this image, but that one I wouldn't want to take part of. But something like this would also be very pretty. See, that would look nice. So let's go ahead and take this one out. We'll find some other things that will maybe go with that. Oh. Whoops, don't fall. Okay, let's see how much we're going to need here. So what we're going to actually see is smaller than this. So that right there, we could actually even cut it like this if we wanted to. We could do that, couldn't we? That's a thought. That's a thought. It wasn't that easy. All right. We'll take that one too. And, okay. So there's two. See what else might be good. Let's see how much space we've got here. See, we still got a little less than this, so that would work. Let's see if there's something else that we wouldn't be Oh, there's some more mushrooms. Aren't those cool? Those are great pictures. Okay, let's okay, we're going to use this to do here. Oh, no. I want it prettier than that. We'll use this one for inside, though. Let's see what we can find that'll be pretty for the top. I want it to be okay. We've got yellow and pink. Let's just do this one. Okay. This is All Good Things Around Us, written by Pamela Michael and illustrated by Christabel King. A cookbook and guide to wild plants and herbs, in case you're interested. All righty. Let's start with this one. Needs to be 3 inches wide and 9 inches long. Okay. Oh, come on. Slow, Lisa. Be patient. Be patient. Okay. I need to do a little more if I'm going to put the whole word in there. It seems only to make sense to put the whole word in there. So let's... Okay. Okay. Let's take a little bit off at the top. Some off at the bottom. I think I took off too much. Nope, we'll just make a bigger border. That's all. That's all right. Let's get this where we want it. And then right here. Okay, so here's this. And I like the pictures going up and down because the file folder is going to be opening from the side and not from the top. If we were opening it, you know, from the top, then we would want all our pictures to go the other way, but okay, I like that. Let's go ahead and glue it down. Yeah. I'll put this here. That is the top. Okay. Okay, and that's crooked. It's crooked, crooked. Look at that. But it's not coming up. That's the one thing about glitter glue. You better get it on there right. Because if you don't, you're stuck with it. Show the cookbook again. Sure. It is, let's see. This is the 1980 version. I don't know if there are more versions, but this one was at copyright 1980. Okay. Now then, I think we decided we were going to use this as our, let's move all those things out of the way. I don't think I'm going to worry about words on this one. I want to get as much of the plant in as I can. Okay. Okay. Now this one, we can make it whatever size. No, this is going, yeah. All right, no, let's do this side first. Because I do want to leave. No, it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Okay. That's pretty. We'll have to use that somewhere. But probably not here. Okay, let's see. How much is going to show? 2.5 inches, about. Okay. Okay, and we're going to put this right in there. Like that. And I made this one too short too because I copied that one. That wasn't very smart. Okay, well, all right. Thank you, Julie. All right. Ink now. Ink. Ink. Move those. Get them out of the way. Okay, now we're going to glue this one down. Okay, let's see if we can. There we go. And then this one is going to go like that. So far, I'm happy. Okay, now we need to go in here. And let's see if we can tear this a little gentler than what's there. No. Okay. Now, if we've got this one here, I am going to not do it, put it there because I want to leave that. I like it. Okay. We're going to tear this off. And then I'm going to take up there. And I'm going to put that right here. And then I'm going to put this down here. Easy peasy. I don't really need it to go down that far though, so let's take some of it off. It'll be less having to glue. Okay. How are y'all doing? Is anybody making one of these along with me, or y'all just watching and chatting? Making grilled cheese. Yum. Bye-bye, Arlene. Have a good night. Thanks for coming. And we will put this one right there. Okay. Now then, we are going to go ahead I forgot we got to do one more. One more, and then we're going to glue it all together. Okay, sorry. False alarm. Okay. Thank you, Barbara. I want to take off as little as I can up here, and that's not easy to do. Oh, wow. Okay. Yay. And then we're going to, if I could find my mark. Okay. We're going to cut it off at the roots here. Now then. Okay. And we're going to ink this one up too. Okay. Let's glue this. Okay, now we're going to glue it together. And all you need to do is put glue all over this and this one. Oops, not on the outside. Not on the inside, just on the top. Okay. And then we're going to take this, kind of fold that back, and just lay it down. You can see it bouncing, but that's the gusset. That's not because it's not gluing down. Now, if you've got, you might want to clip it. I don't think I really need to do this with the art glitter glue, but we're going to do it just in case you're using a completely different kind of glue. And then we're going to glue this one on. And then we will clamp it there too. Okay. You can use your double-sided tape and glue if you want to. And because you're gluing onto this gusset thing, you don't have to even add glue if you don't want to, because you don't have to worry about stuff getting, being inside it. Ooh, I almost forgot. Have to add a little more glue here because once you do that, it's kind of dry. We need to go along the bottom. Okay, now then, we're going to start at this edge. And then we're going to run it along the bottom and put it at this edge. Okay, it moved on me just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and clamp it. And we're going to do the same thing over here. Let's just a second. Let me just rub this a little bit more before I put the clamps on there. And we may need to borrow some here. There, we'll just do that. Okay. Now I'm going to let this just sit over there a few minutes while we do the other part we're doing, and then we will glue it in. Are y'all okay to go ahead and keep going and do the spine, or do we want to be? They are fabulous, Tanya. They are wonderful. Sometimes you find something really amazing at Dollar Tree, and that's one of them. Yeah, they had them at Dollar Tree. They were still there the last time I was there. Okay, what we're going to do next is put in our signature holder. I don't know what else to call it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I have enough or not, Holly. I might should have bought another package or two. Might should have. Okay. Here are these. And what was the other thing I was going to, oh, the Velcro, but it's up there. Okay. First thing we need to do is measure the length. Last time I tried this, my I was able to cut this board just fine, but I don't know. We're going to try it and see. it hasn't been being very cooperative tonight, so I might be better off to use my I think what I'm going to do is just start it with this, and then I'm going to oh, see how that moved? How weird is that? That's because I did not have it. Okay, let's try it again. Oops. Okay, that worked. Oh. Pick up my eyelets. That'll be a good spine for something. Okay. Now then, I really wanted it. No, maybe it's like this. So I really wanted it a little longer than that. Yeah, like this. Okay. I was getting worried there for a minute. Let's see if this will work. Okay. Okay. Probably have to get a new blade after tonight. Here's this. And I want to put something pretty on it. Let's see if anything we have left over here will. Nope, it's going to need to be longer. All right. Let's find another page. Oh. I really probably should use something thinner paper than this. I really probably should. To go around that board. Okay, let me think a minute. Okay, we're going to use some matte paper because the color looks nice and it's thinner paper. Okay. And what I'm going to do is just glue it down on here. And then, yeah. And then we will cover it. Did you try getting a new blade for it, Barbara? Let's put it right here. Okay, chat's not moving. Are y'all still here? Are y'all still here? It says people are still here, but I feel alone. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Holly. Okay. Thank you. I was feeling alone. And good grief. Okay. That's really probably more than is necessary, but it's easier to fold more than less. I'll take a little bit off over here. Okay. And then I'm gonna take off a lot of this at the corners. I'm going to leave quite a bit to overflow because I want to make sure that that's really good and covered, but I'm going to get rid of a lot of the extra. Okay. It would be rude, wouldn't it? Y'all are not rude. I should have known you were still here. It is. It's perfect, isn't it? Okay. Now I'm going to put glue right on this cardboard and then up on the paper. Because I want it to stick really good, and I'm going to push it up against that cardboard really tight first. And then press it down. And then I'm going to go ahead and press down right there beside it. I don't know if y'all can see that, but I'm pressing down right there. So that'll be a tight corner right here beside it and right here beside it. And we're going to press it up against, press it down. And then we're going to go in here and tuck it tight. Go right over here and tuck it tight. Okay. And then we're going to check them, make sure it's going to be good. Okay. Now I'm going to go right here beside the board again because you want it to really fit around there well. And it fits better if it's a little bit damp with glue than if it's drier. The rest of it doesn't have to be as, because it's not folding, it doesn't matter as much for the rest of it. But right there by the, let's just do it like this. Okay. Okay. A little too much glue. It's all right. Okay, now we're going to do this one. If you've got the edges good with this art glitter glue, you don't need a ton of glue out in the middle. Now we're going to fold that and press it down. And then pull it. Okay. And this is going to go right here. Okay. Now, when we do this, I want to be able to get as big a book as I can in it. And so I don't want to go too far down, but I'll need to go far enough down that it's not really close to the edge, so it won't be pulling against it too much. So let's see what that, so what to do with my ruler. Oh, here it is. Let's see how long it is, and then we'll decide where we want to put our, okay, it's almost 9.5. So I think I'm going to put my hole about half an inch down, and I want it right in the middle. Right there. Okay. And right there. And I'm going to use my big bite to do that. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put an eyelet in there, so I'm going to go ahead and use the bigger hole. And I'm going to put the edge of the hole cutter right where that dot is, instead of centering it over the dot. So that way the edge of my hole is right there. Like that. And we'll do the same thing over here. Okay. Now then I'm going to try to do eyelets. I do not have good luck with eyelets with this thing. I'm not sure what my problem is, but okay. I need the big one. And I think it's this one. Evidently, that's not the right one, or it moved on me and just messed that eyelet up. Thankfully, it'll come out. Okay. Do it gentle the first time, then hard the second time. Okay. I'm going to try. There's gentle. There's hard. Perfect. Thank you so much. I just needed my wise friend to tell me what to do. Okay. Okay. Very nice. So I ought to be able to put a 9-inch book in here. It may not be 9 inches, but I think the elastic will go over. It will have to just stretch a little bit to go over a 9-inch book. So that's good. Okay. Now then, all of this makes, is perfect sense. It all works well. The next part that I'm wanting to do, I'm not sure how it's going to work, which is to put some Velcro on this to hold it down. I don't know if that'll work or not. Okay, and I'm just going to flip this and let it just be there. I'm trying to think if I should put tape or something on it. Thank you, Tanya. It has to get a curve on it first. Well, that makes perfect sense. I don't know why I didn't think about it that way, but I watch people just put it on there and go whoop, and they're done, and it comes out perfect. And I go whoop, and it's not. So, oh, okay. You're clapping for me, Suzanne. Thank you. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to not, well, I don't know. I'm trying to decide. I'm afraid, Tanya, you might can answer this. If I put glue, I was thinking I would put glue along with the, on the back of this to make it stay down. But I was also planning to have them stuck together and then put it down, with the front, with the two pieces together, instead of trying to glue these in the right spot to match these. Okay, well, that's kind of what I thought. And would it be better to put the fuzzy part on this and the scratchy part on here? Okay. So I'm gonna I'm gonna put this one here. I think I used too much glue. I'll try not to do so much on the next ones. Yeah, because Julie, I'm gonna make this something where I can remove the I'm just going to make a little journal to go in it. And this is going to be like a gathering place for all the ephemera that I'm going to use in that journal. And then this is my thoughts at the moment anyway. And then I will, oh, forgot to glue that one. And then I will use, you know, all that stuff in that journal, and then I'll put that journal somewhere else and make a new one and gather up ephemera to go in the new one. That's what I was thinking, Barbara. I'm kind of with Tanya. I don't know that it matters, but it just seems like that would be logical. So, okay. I'm going to be using a lot of these. That way I can use this same Lapbook for many different journals instead of just filling it up once and it being done. Because it's a lot of work to go to. Of course, you spend a lot of time on just a journal, one journal that's, you know, and then it's done all the time. So I don't know that that really matters, but in my head it mattered. Good night, Janet. Sleep well. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'm almost done, folks. I know that it's not quite as late as I thought it was. All of a sudden I thought, oh my, it must be really late, but I was expecting to look up there and see 10:45, but instead I looked up there and saw 10:17, so that's not quite as bad. Okay. Now then I'm going to go through and I'm just going to go ahead and attach these. It's not easy to do. They keep coming up with my fingers. And then I'll stick some glue on them and then I'll glue it down. And hopefully, hopefully that'll work. Then I get my finger over on that. This is not easy. It sounded so easy. Okay, stay away from the ones you've already done. That's better. Okay. That's true. That's exactly true. Or one of the medium-sized composition books. Come on. But the reason I wanted to do it this way was because I want to be able, if this elastic, you know, loses its oomph, I want to be able to replace it. So that's the whole point to the Velcro. And until I try to take it off, I won't know if it worked or not. But I think the way you use this book, I do think I'm going to stick some tape there. Okay. Oh, my MacBook fell over. Goodness. Inconvenient. Yay, Barbara. Okay. Whoops. Now we're going to add a little glue on here. And anybody who is playing along can certainly find theirs completely different. Or you can put, put permanent signatures in it. And if you want to, you can do that too. The zipper pull on the back is creating issues here. Okay. I am not going to pull on this. I'm going to leave it alone. And we're going to put our folio over here. I mean, our, whatever you call that thing. Our folder. Our folder with all our clamps. Oh, that's a good idea, Barbara. I use those to close journals a lot. I've even used them, and this is probably exactly what you're talking about, where you just stretch it out and put it over the whole thing. Part of it's on the outside, part of it's on the inside, and then you put your signature in that way. I've done that. Okay. Now this is going to go right in here. Like that. Oh, but we got to put our Velcro on there too. So we'll do that in a minute. Okay, now I've got to decide. No, I don't think. I think I decided already that I didn't want to make a pocket behind this. I just want this to be glued down snug. So thank you, Holly. Yeah, that works too, Julie. That's twine in here is what can't remember if it was Nick or if it was Amy at Al John did. One of them did that with the twine instead, but I like the elastic and I just wanted to see if it would work. So this is as much an experiment as anything else. Okay, I'm gonna have to stand up so I can try to center this. That gusset works out nice for holding it too. Yeah, I can't see. Okay, we're going to put it right here. Make sure no glue comes out and messes up that. Thank you, Julie. I like it. I think it looks nice. Okay. I'm trying to decide if I really want to bother with the Velcro. What do you think? Would it be smarter just to leave it alone like this? It's not going to go anywhere. It's inside a book. Or do you think it'd be better to put the Velcro on it so it stays down? I know this is kind of silly, but seeing that Velcro right there kind of, I don't know, it just, it's not as attractive to have a piece of Velcro there. Leave it alone, Holly says. Okay. Anybody else want to chime in? Okay, so here we've got a pretty big, wait till I get a Pop-Tot. That's a good idea, Tanya. So we'll just leave it alone for right now. So I've got a pocket here and a fairly decent sized pocket over here. And in here we've got this. Oops. And over here we have this folio. We still got lots of room to play in here, folks. I got to do something here and something here. And then I still got room in here. This will probably just be some more pockets because this spine part is really thin and I, can't do a whole lot more in there. So now one thing I was thinking, these books are a little bit shallower than the big one. And so I'm thinking that having that thing in the spine will actually make it look nicer when it's shut, and it does. It's not flopping down as far. And that's another reason to add the thick or a pretty button. Oh, that's a good idea too. So this is where we're at right now. No, Holly, I think I like how it's turning out, except right here. This I don't like. I twisted my piece when I put it on. That I don't like. But I am going to put some kind of lace or something right here. I'm just not sure what yet. I'm going to fix that. I'm glad to know you like it, though, Holly. Thanks, Julie. It falls together nicely when there's not one in there. But this is really straight up and down. So that's good. I'm happy. I'm happy so far. I'm happy so far. I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure what we're going to do next week. I'm not sure yet. We'll probably definitely put pockets here. And here. Okay, that's what we're going to do next week. We're going to put pockets, different kinds of pockets on these two pages because both of them, well, this one could be a little wider. It would be all right. There is more space here. So I could do something a little bit thicker here. But this one definitely needs to be just pockets because this is the skinny spine. But this is wider, so I have more space to do something a little more over there. Anyway, we will do these two areas next time. And then all that will be left is in here. It's coming together faster than I thought it was going to. So I hope y'all are enjoying it as much as I am. Yeah, Debbie, I got a lot done. I got a lot done. I've been wanting to do this since we started to see if it was going to work and how it would look. And I'm happy with the way it looks. And I'm going to assume that it's going to work well. So, all righty. You want to see me using the book? Okay, Barbara. I'm not very good at that. I'm really good at making books. I'm not very good at actually using them. But I will try. I will try. Have to keep Barbara happy, so I guess I'll have to use it, won't I? I just like to have them, you know, touch them. But I think that the way I'm thinking about using it is a good idea. And I'll give you an example. I could have put my scavenger hunt stuff in here and put my scavenger hunt journal right there and gathered up the stuff for the scavenger hunt. So, you know, something like that. Now our fairy journal is going to be a big book. So it's going to be an altered book, almost a tome. So, you know, that wouldn't work for that. I could gather up fairy stuff and I could make pockets. And that's another idea. Instead of putting a signature here, we could make some more pockets that are in a signature type way. And then you could gather up a bunch more stuff in here. And I could gather up, you know, cut out fussy cut stuff and whatever for my fairy book and put it in here. We'll think on that. That might be a way to give this book double duty and a way for me to go ahead and use it quickly. So that's a really good idea now that I'm thinking about it. So maybe we'll do that next week just to have that as a choice. We'll make I must have missed something. Oh, buffering. Well, that's not good. A belt might be cool. I could probably come up with a belt. That's a good idea. Oh, that's a good idea. Tanya's going to put more than one elastic in hers so she can do pockets and a signature. That's smart. Of course, she doesn't have this extra in here. She has it. Her book is as if it was like this. So she's got places here to work. She doesn't have these inside here. So that would be a great way to extend it. I think that's very smart. Very smart. I used 3 books to make mine, Julie. And Tanya just used 2 books and added a big spine. So that's why I have more things to do than she does, because I have it to fill up. I hope that makes sense. If you haven't been watching Tanya's videos, then or if you didn't see the first ones where I put this together, I have a playlist and I show how I put it together in the very first one. So you might look at that if you want to see how to do it with 3 books. And these spines here I added in. But this spine and this spine and this spine were parts of the book. So what I did was add a little spine to give a little space between this book and this book, and between this book and this book. So yeah, you need to watch Tanya's videos. She's I love the way she's doing hers with the book papers on everything. It's got a very consistent aesthetic all the way through. It's really cool. You need to watch that. Yeah, put your playlist in, Tanya. You can do that. You're allowed. Just put it right there so she can grab it quick. I won't leave until you do that. Now I'm thinking about this pocket idea. Okay. I saw somebody who put all their Edith Holden, and I may do that for both of these books, scraps in a Ziploc bag and tucked it inside the book so they could keep all their scraps with the book so they knew where they were, where those specific scraps were. I may do that with both of these books. It'll take a big baggie for this one, though. Let's go ahead and tear off a little bit here and make that kind of fit in with the size of the rest of these. A giant 2-gallon bag, yeah. Yeah. I think a 1-gallon bag will do now that I trimmed off that side of that one that was just really long. So I'm going to leave these little piles here, and I'll do that later. A page protector would work too. It sure would. It sure would. So I should have some of those real handy. Where are they? I really should have some of those handy. I don't know. Page protector is a great idea. Okay, so I still got some of these left for another project now. Okay. Julie, did you check that to make sure it got you there before we go? I want to make sure you can get there. Oh, you bumped yourself out. Uh-oh. Let me know if it works. And then I'm going to sign off. Don't forget, tomorrow at noon on Tanya's channel, we're going to start the March Mystery Journal. All righty. Thanks, Julie. All righty. See y'all later. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.